I was going to make a video for you guys last night, but I was absolutely exhausted. The sale ended at 25 after 12. That is insane. I mean, I was depleted last night. I went home and drank like a bucket of water and went to bed, and I didn't even get up until 9 o'clock in the morning. I was really tired. I think and I watched, you guys know, I watched every horse go through that ring last night. And it's not just watching the horses go through. I think it's that emotional and somewhat physical dump you get, I waited for 3 weeks for number 225. That horse was my number one pick leading into Lexington. I wanted that horse so bad. And even as he went in the ring, I had no idea what he'd bring. And even as the bidding started, I thought, slow at the start. I said, geez, I might get this horse. Now, he ended up being my number 2 pick. Thankfully, my number 1 pick is tonight, and I believe I will get him. Maybe I won't make such reference to him tonight. Somebody said, well, you went on and on about 225. That's what happens. Do you really think anybody gives a shit what Anthony McDonald thinks as far as spending $190,000 on a horse? I don't think so. So, you know what? I never even did look to see who got the horse until I'm going to look right now. Bill Donovan? Yeah. Least of Bill Donovan's concerns is what Anthony McDonald thinks. I can assure you of that. He's just a nice horse. Nice horse. So, last night was, as I said, I was exhausted. But that's the sale, right? That's the job. So I get up this morning. I was on my way home, and I'm like, there's no lights. I hate when I put the lights on in my car and talk. It just looks grainy, and I was tired. I'm not very chipper last night at 12:30. I just want to go to bed. And that's exactly what I did. So the sale kind of went how we thought it would. Somebody had said to me last night, I love 232. I wanted the horse. I made reference. I think I made a mistake in my referencing it in my video yesterday. Nope, I didn't. So I'm going to bounce around a bit, but I'll start with this. Number 101 from day one was a horse we all wanted. I saw there was a ton of people looked at her video. She was a Father Patrick out of his sister to Muscle Massive. Decent pedigree. I was a little embarrassed. I thought I'd get her for 48 or 50. She went for $300,000. Elegant Charm was her name. Now, fast forward to day number 2. Rose Above It. This is a Cantab Hall. Make no mistake, Cantab Hall carries just as much value as Father Patrick for the most part. Father Patrick's much younger, so I guess maybe that's not accurate, but for a horse that's bred for so long, Cantab Hall still carries a lot of weight. This is a Cantab Hall colt. I don't think the fact of the sire made a difference. It was the fact of the sex. Our horse from last night was a colt. The one from the night before was a filly. This was a colt by Cantab Hall out of a sister to Muscle Massive. Keep in mind, the opposite, a Father Patrick filly out of a sister to Muscle Massive, sold the night before for $300,000. The cousin, the Cantab Hall colt out of a sister to Muscle Massive, sold for $20,000. And somebody said to me, there must be something wrong. There's no way that horse goes for $20,000. You don't understand the dynamic of a sale, and I can't tell you why one horse goes for what and another goes for another. If I can't tell you how much number 225, in fact, if I could be so wrong as to think I could buy number 101 the night before for $48,000 and she went for $300,000, someone might say, well, you're wrong. You don't know what she's worth. Somebody does it. That's for sure. When it comes to residual value as a broodmare and blah blah blah, fine, yeah, sure. It's a long way to 300 from 48, I can tell you that. Not to say she isn't worth that, because she'll be judged next July like everyone else. So really what it comes down to, if everybody's judged by next July as a 2-year-old, as a 3-year-old, then potentially as a broodmare, fine. Guess they're all worth the same today then, right? So and that spins into that whole analogy. Oh, they don't know what you paid for them. Yeah, I know, but I know what I paid for them. So, when it comes to number 232, you can think what you want, you can draw the conclusions you want, but the cousin, the Father Patrick filly, out of his sister to Muscle Massive, 300 on day one. The Cantab Hall Colt, out of a sister to Muscle Massive, 20,000 on day two. He's a good-looking colt. Go look at his video. One, I made a video of him. Two, you have the field video of him. Very nice horse. Now, somebody else said, Anthony, I thought you weren't going to stray from the plan, you know, but here, nobody heard of 245 Unbeatable Kemp. There's a reason for that. You might be able to read that. I marked that, so when I go to the sale, before I go to the sale, I mark everything in blue, right, on my iPad. Then when I'm at the sale, it'll either be orange for day one or red if I looked at the horse in day two. Very proud of myself for coming up with this plan. I just assumed a Walner colt on day two by Walner, that looked as good as this colt did, both in his video and in person, was simply not attainable. I didn't talk about him. I put him down as a 9.5 out of 10. Now his legs look good. He's put together well. Got a little parrot mouth. But he's fat, so clearly it doesn't stop him from eating. So, Unbeatable Kemp, it just was simply, he was always on my short list. I just didn't talk about him yesterday. There was 4 or 5 horses that I just didn't think were attainable yesterday, so I didn't talk about them. But I won't make that mistake today. I'll talk about everybody on my list today. Unbeatable Kemp, a $17,000 Walner. You know, sometimes if we ever sit down and have a beer, you and I, whoever's watching this, you can ask me about the politics of sales, but Unbeatable Kemp was much more than a $17,000 yearling. I'm certain of that. Good-looking colt. Very happy with him. I'll do a video of him today for you. I have to go over to the sale and do a bunch of videos. I'll do a video of him today. And then obviously 273. Somebody said, "Well, you didn't say very much flattering things about Harlan-L." I told you exactly what I thought of Harlan-L. Very, very nice horse. Beautiful colt. You know, a very prolific family. This is Marion Marauders' family, the third dam. First dam herself, a Muscle Hill mare. Mark of 54-1. She's had one foal. It's taken a 2-year-old mark of 57-4. 100% producer. This is a Cantab Hall colt. What's more is there to say? He's perfect. 19,000. Thank you very much. And many of you don't know this yet, but one of our clients was the breeder of 307, Amor Diener. And a bunch of people had asked, "Geez, you love this family, you like beautiful colt, beautiful video, and you didn't buy him." No, I didn't. But he's coming to us anyway. Amor Diener is heading to the stable.ca also. Just have to hammer out the details with Tyler and his father. Very, very nice looking colt. I had got a couple of PA breds. I couldn't load up with PA breds. I haven't even got an Ontario bred yet. So, although I did not buy number 307, Amor Diener, he is on his way to Ontario with us. Now, the biggest news of the night, the very biggest news of the night, I should have started with this. I walked in, I got there early, because remember, I wanted to see the first 2 horses go through the ring. They were selling stallion shares. No, that's a lie. They weren't stallion shares. They were charity stallion breedings. I bought a breeding to Walner yesterday. Now, we have 2 mares that are brood mares right now officially, and 2 that are unofficially brood mares that will be brood mares very soon. And I bought a breeding to Walner. Now, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that breeding of Walner yet. I'm going to pay for it, but I don't know where we're going to place it. I have a sneaky suspicion, I know. But until I've made my mind up, I have a breeding to Walner for 2021. Now, there is a catch because it's a charity. They'll get the mare in full. But if your mare doesn't get in full in 2021, you lose your money. No more breeding. So they'll continue to try and get her in full until she's in full. And I said, well, can I insure this $17,000 breeding to Walner? That was $25,000. I paid $17,000 for a $25,000 breeding of Walner. Thought it was a pretty good deal. I just watched Tom Grossman, a blue chip, buy a breeding to a Green Shoe for $16,000. Green Shoe, nice horse. I'm going to pick Walner. I'm looking at how they're selling, how they're looking. I haven't seen any Green Shoes yet. I have seen Walners, and they're the sales blowing up. So technically I bought a yearling by Walner, and I bought some semen by Walner yesterday. So, really excited about that. I've never, this is one thing you guys have changed. You've changed me also. I've never wanted to be a breeder in my life. I think it's kind of cool. So I don't know how it'll work. And this ties into what I just said about the politics of a sale, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I can tell you this much. Getting a Walner breeding in 2021 discounted by $8,000, I think might have been our best stroke of business heading into the sale on day number 2. Now there are strings. You don't get in full, you lose the money. I do have a Muscle Hill mare that already had a filly, so she's fertile. Walner's fertile. Probably get easy to get that done, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. So I have a breeding to Walner right now for 2021. I have a Father Patrick colt that's coming home with us, a Mordiner, number 307. I have a Cantab Hall colt, which I wanted very much so, in Harlan L. He's a Cantab Hall colt. I have a Walner yearling. Unbeatable Kemp is coming home with us. I also have a Cantab Hall colt again, Rose Above It. I have a sister to Muscle Massive, good-looking colt. He's coming home with us, and then of course our number one buy so far, just because I think our most discounted horse, our most discounted purchase, even with the Walner semen, is number 5 Bomb Hugger. So we have 5 horses coming to Ontario so far, and some semen. So let's get to tonight. I want to roll through this quick. I've already talked 11 minutes. So what's going on tonight, you might say? Let's start with our list for tonight. These are the horses I'm looking at for day number 3, and it all begins with number 333, Kevin's Playmate. This is a big, giant muscle mass colt. This is a Night of Ontario tonight and tomorrow for the most part. Kevin's Playmate, don't think we can afford this horse, but he is a good-looking boy. This is a giant son of muscle mass out of a credit winner mare, Lima Playmate. And if you look down the page, I guess if you look close, Compass Rose DC's in there, so there's already a connection to the stable. So I have Giant Yes by this horse written down for number 333, Kevin's Playmate. Next, we have 344, Rosie's Masterpiece. We bid one of my top picks for last year. He slid down the list a little bit as the sale started, but Rosie's War Bonds, who didn't end up being a great horse yet this year, was my number one pick. He went for $100,000 last year. One of my top picks. The full sister to Rosie's War Bonds. More importantly, the full sister to the other filly in the family, Riveting Rosie, is selling tonight. Her name is Rosie's Masterpiece. Really good-looking filly. Another Ontario bred muscle mass filly. Next is number 3. No, we'll talk in a minute. Next is number 352. This is a Father Patrick filly, Adore Me. Nice looking filly, raised at Peninsula. Thought she'd do the trick. Now, we had bought a number of PA breds so far, so it would take a lot for me to grab up Adore Me. But I like the filly. I think she was good. We'll see what happens tonight. Number 355, here comes a Bettor's Delight. Some bettors do. This is out of the Midland Acres. Now, Midland, the Mossberger family's always been good to us. Been very helpful in Ohio also. And they put me onto this horse. This is a Bettor's Delight colt, good-looking colt. I'm going to make a video of him this afternoon. I'll try and get that up right away so you guys can have a look at it. But number 355, Some Bettors Do, looks very interesting tonight in Lexington. Number 358, another client of ours owns a piece of this horse, Soxy Muscle Girl. There's a Muscle Hill, sister to Southwind Striker. Second dam is a dam of Banker Hall. Third dam, B Corp Pete. Whoa. It's a broodmare alone. This filly is what, let's see what you got me talking like now. As a broodmare alone, this filly is a good-looking prospect. Video was pretty good. I did a video, an in-person video of her, and I'll go look at her again today. So, Mary, told you I'd have a look at your filly. I like your filly. We'll do some talking tonight. Where are we at? Number 358, number 367. Now, this is a horse, another Ontario bred. I don't think we can afford this horse. This is a chestnut. I'm never going to talk about too many chestnuts, but there are at least 3 in this sale that I like. This is Resolute Bay. This is a Resolve. First crop for Resolve in Ontario. This is a brother to the veteran. Says enough. The veteran winning 50 here in Lexington 2 weeks ago. In the house there is Mark McDonald. He drove the veteran to that 150, I think it was 150 mark. He's a muscle mass. This is a resolve. Really like the looks of this colt. I'm never going to go out of my way to look or buy a chestnut, but good looking horse, number 367, Resolute Bay. And worth noting, the resolve last night sold for pretty good money. I think $42,000. So we'll see how that plays out. 379 is I looked this up. Stonebridge Hecate. Some goddess of something or other. This is a colt by Cadabra. This is the brother to Man of Many Missions and Stonebridge Simba. I like this horse, but I like the one, the relative later, coming up more. So 379 is Stonebridge Hecate, or Hecate, not sure. 397 is, oh my god, I did it, didn't I? Why did I like this horse? 13th foal, sister to Percy Blue Chip. We can't buy this horse, and it's a shadow play. Why did I do this? 397, Teresa Blue Chip. This is a shadow play. Sister to Kenneth J. Full sister to Percy Blue Chip. Good luck. Number 397, Teresa Blue Chip. 401, Twinkle in Her Eye. This is a Better Still Light that I really liked. I know I did a video of her 2 days ago. Really like what I saw from this filly. She's a win-back filly. Sister to Twinkle. Second dam is a dam of courtly choice. And better than Cheddar. I don't have to say it, but I will as a broodmare alone. She's worth a lot of money. Next, we have 423 Champagne Cocktail. This is a bay filly by Bar Hopping. First foal out of a sister to Southwind Allaire. Very good looking horse. Very, very good looking horse. I'll explain why I thought we might have a shot at this horse. It has more to do with politics than it does horses or sales. Very nice filly. I liked everything about her, but again, a filly with this type of breeding shouldn't be attainable, but I'll keep my eye on number 423, Champagne Cocktail. Number 432, now I love this filly. This is a Cadabra filly. Of one winner in Europe. So there's been one foal out of Daylily, who's an Andover Hall mare. Her name was a Southern Lily. She was one winner in Europe. Looks like this horse was exported to Europe, I guess. A Southern Lily. Second dam is filly at Biggs, who made $655,000, O'Brien Award-winning mare, and the mother of Big Rigs, stud, Andover Hall stud. He made $600 and some thousand in a market 52. This is a very, very good-looking horse. Dabra Day, Cadabra filly. Really keeping an eye on this filly. I like her very, very much. Number 434, you guys will know. His name is Rochambeau. I knew that name, Rochambeau, and somebody said, they told me what it was, and I was like, darn, I knew it as soon as he said it. It's Paper, Scissors, Rock, Rochambeau. That's what it's called. Rochambeau is a full brother to, three-quarter brother to Vegas Vacation, which makes him a full brother to Braemar. So Braemar's brother, I did tell you guys, looks exactly like him, except Braemar is pretty straight. This guy's toed out a little bit, but Braemar never even touched a knee or anything, so I don't have any issues with Rochambeau, but give 30 for Braemar last year when it was first crop betting line. They've been discounted a little bit this year so far, and this colt doesn't look perfect compared to Braemar, so if we find a significant discount in Rochambeau, then we can do some business on Rochambeau tonight. Next is Stonebridge Midas. This is 455. I rather like this horse. I think he's one of the nicest horses I saw so far this week. This is a Chapter 7 colt. Out of second foal out of a sister to Man of Many Missions and Stonebridge Simba. Really like this colt. Go back and look at his video, the one I took, and him in the field. I really like everything about Stonebridge Midas. Number 463, Captivate. I love this horse. He looks short, little stout bugger, but he can rock. You look at him in his video, he can really trot. I just looked at him. I just thought he was the nicest looking little fella I'd seen for quite a while on that particular day. 463, Captivate. This is a muscle mass colt. First foal out of an Andover Hall mare. Now you look back to the third dam, you get creatine. So a decent family, strong family, good-looking horse. He is a colt, so you don't have that filly angle to worry about. I think 463 is an attainable horse for us tonight. Remember, I told you tonight's the night of Ontario. Number 467 is a betting line brother to Obvious Blue Chip. Now, I have to be honest, he's also a betting line, a 3/4 brother to Precision Blue Chip. We had him, he was bad. But he's also a brother to Socrates Blue Chip, who's a good horse this year. So a strong family. Going to keep an eye on this guy going through the ring. Is this the betting line we buy? Are we buying a betting line? Did we buy Rochambeau? I don't know. But 467 is worth mentioning. 479. This is a What the Hill selling on day 3. How did they do this? I thought all the Ohio breds sold on day 5. Well, he's a sister to Chapter 7, so they talked their way into the main, what would be considered the main catalog, with an Ohio bred sister to Chapter 7. Ah, I see what you did here. Sneaky buggers. Number 479, What the Hill sister to Chapter 7. Good looking filly too. 486, Bet on the Bay. I had this horse marked as a sleeper. This is a betting line. Of all the betting lines today, I think I like this filly the best, but it is a filly. She's a full half sister, 3/4 sister to Who's Better, and the second dam is a dam of Western Shore, Western Terror. I needn't say much more. Very strong family, but this horse does have a vagina, so it may be tough to acquire this particular animal. Where does this day stop? I don't know. 529, Duchess Dynamite. This is a muscle mass out of a sister to Soulful Delight. Really good looking filly. I didn't love her video when I looked at her video. Pretty horse. But when I went and looked at her at Midland Acres, really, really nice looking filly. Let's see where this day stops. 503. I've already gone too far. So we'll pick it up. We'll pick up tomorrow with the filly I just referenced to you, number 529, Duchess Dynamite. She's actually in day 4, so I'll start tomorrow's videos with her. But finishing off our day will be number 486, Bet on the Bay. Don't really think we can get this filly. We'll see. There's a number of horses I think we can get today. Let's see if we can get this way. Tell you horses. I don't want to do that. There's a number of horses going tonight that I want to get. I think we can afford, and I hope we acquire. For tonight, we're looking at, I'm going to do this math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 horses on the docket for tonight. I'd like to land a couple of them heading into day 4, day 5. We have 4 horses we bought, 1 that's been sent to us, and some semen for Walner. So far at the stable in Lexington, 5 Lexington purchases, theoretically. 18 horses we're at already in 2020. Getting closer to my goal. I do have my eye on a number of Ohio breds coming up tomorrow. So, coming up on Friday. So I don't want to go crazy, but we do have to get some Ontario breds, and there are a number of them on tap for tonight. So that is it. What did we do yesterday? Our horse Changing of the Guard raced well in Ohio, finished second in a maiden, just got beat. That's my girl, made a break in Indiana. I almost threw my phone right through the back ring. I'm watching and said, I got away 5th. It's looking good. Made a break in the first turn. I near threw my phone right through the back ring. I was so mad. I had a little Blake moment. For those of you that might think that's funny. I was so mad because I didn't expect her to win, but I expected a good mile, especially coming out of the Meadows. I was just very, very frustrated with the entire ordeal. So it was, as they say, what it was. What else yesterday? Gray is a new red race grade. I know she finished 6th, but anybody that owns her or watched the race saw what happened. She was flying on the end of it. Raced great, looked great. Tony Hall did a great job with her. Just trying to remember. Path of Totality made a break. This is getting to be a little frustrating, having to go with these horses. 2 things with Path of Totality. 1, it seems like she's very difficult for other drivers to get along with. Maybe I just know her that well. 2, her first qualifier was in March of this year. She might be getting a little tired. She's got an old floating chip in her right knee. When we do decide, I don't think we're to that point now where we say, okay, it's enough. It's close. I think over the next 2-3 starts, what we'll do is, I'd like to finish off the year with a win, and then just say, you know what, let that win theoretically pay for her operation. Just send her in, get that little chip taken out, give her lots of time, have her ready for when the corks come off next year. She's a beautiful filly. I think she's going to be a good 4-year-old for us. This is a filly that's always not carried the amount of weight we need her to, so I think it's a stronger, more mature, sounder, happier 4-year-old. Sky's the limit for a horse like her, and again, she's a horse that we have because she does have broodmare residual value, quite a bit of it. So no concerns with Path of Totality. A little bummed out about her, and That's My Girl making a break. But the gray filly was very, very good, and Changing of the Guard was good. Big day for us today. Jazzy Judy going for $100,000 at 5 o'clock, and then we have a number of horses racing in. Harness AM's got the rail, got to be picked to win in there, and then somebody else is racing also. Anyway, it's Wednesday. It's almost noon. I'm heading out to the sale. I got like 25 horses to look at for you guys. Thought I'd give you a little heads up before I headed out. I should have been driving while I was doing this. I thought I'd give you guys a little heads up about what we're doing today and how we're going to do it and what that looks like. I will talk to you guys soon. A little more chipper today. I wasn't down in the dumps yesterday. It was just a physically draining day yesterday. I was exhausted at the end of it. Should be a little sharper today. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Hope everything's good.